Good evening, you guys. So I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about a new delivery service that we were trying out, and I'm not impressed with them at all. And I kind of want feedback to know if you guys have tried them and what you guys think. So let's just get started. So some of you guys may or may not know, if you have like Amazon Prime, you can do Whole Foods delivered to your house depending on if you're, within the distance of the stores or whatever. So we've tried them out 4 times now, you guys. 4 times. So it's not like we've just done it once. The first time we did it, Tom and I weren't home when our groceries were delivered. I wanted to go work out at the gym, and one of our friends was here at the house, just hanging out, and he didn't want to come work out. So he was like, hey, I was like, do you mind staying and getting our groceries for us, just because he was staying with us for a few days. And so he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So the first time, I don't know how it went for the grocery delivery thing. It sounded like it went fine. This is where it kind of gets kind of annoying. So they want you to tip for, I'm assuming it's for the driver, whatever. And this is, I don't tip now, and I'm going to share why. So the second time we had groceries delivered, the driver pulled up to our house, and then took our groceries to our neighbor's house, and our neighbor's like, this isn't mine. So we had that happen, which, okay, like, whatever, that's, not a big deal, okay. So that was like one incident. But the second time, the person, we live in a private neighborhood, like gated community area, and so we told the person like how to get into our place from our gate, and they didn't listen to us, and they drove around the neighborhood like 3 times until we had to go stand out on our driveway and be like, okay, this is where the groceries are supposed to be delivered at, which was kind of frustrating because like we were trying to get out of the house, which, whatever, we had our, groceries delivered because we were trying to save time from having to go to the store, but waiting the extra, 15 minutes for them to drive around and then be like, oh, it's this place, I've been past it 3 times now, was frustrating. And then this last time today, we always put in note to call us when they get here, because we have to open up our gate up unless a car, is in front of them that comes in, then they can just, sneak in behind them. And this person, I don't know who it was, I haven't gone in and looked yet, but they dropped our groceries off, and the only reason why we knew our groceries were delivered was we turned on our notifications today. And they just left them on our front porch. Like, they didn't knock, they didn't ring or anything. And Tom and I are like, okay, so like, what if it was like 100 degrees outside? Like, and we didn't know our groceries were delivered. We would have just had like $80 worth of meat and like dairy products go in the dump, like trash, So I'm not impressed with them, you guys. I thought I was going to enjoy ordering from Amazon for Whole Foods, but I'm not impressed with the delivery end of it. But even the products from Whole Foods, like, this isn't even like a sponsored video or anything, the products aren't that good from Whole Foods. I've shopped at New Seasons, I've shopped at Chuck's, like a bunch of different places, like natural grocers, and I'm not impressed with Whole Foods. We've tried multiple things, and I don't know if it's because we're doing delivery that they give you like the older products or whatever, but we've had bread delivered that's like rock hard. We've had some, like, it was like a berry pudding cake thing delivered, and it was dry and nasty, and I don't know if like that's just the way they make their food, who knows, but like there's been multiple things we've tried and haven't liked. There's been a bunch of things we've loved, but it seems like there's been more problems and issues ordering through Amazon with the delivery fee, and then like well, not the delivery fee, but like the delivery people, but then they want you to like tip, and then like you tip them, but then you get like terrible service for your groceries being delivered that it doesn't make you want to tip. And so this last time I didn't tip them. I was like, no, like, you're not going to let me know my groceries are here. Granted, it's winter, so like I don't have to worry about it, but I had like $20 of meat alone that would have just gone bad if I didn't like know that they were here. So that's like a little frustrating. So I don't know if I'm going to keep ordering through them, or if I'm going to go back to Safeway and Fred Meyer's. I think Fred Meyer's is through some app thing too, but with Safeway, it's directly through the Safeway people if you set it up that way. And I'm not the fan of the Whole Foods Amazon thing right now. I think it would probably be a bad thing if we did the pickup, like if we picked it up in store, but just the delivery thing, it's kind of frustrating. Like, we tip between, $7 to $10, and then for them to like leave their groceries out there, try to take our groceries to another person's house, and then get lost in our neighborhood, it's all just like so frustrating, because that's money we're paying to have good service, and we're not getting quality service. So I don't know if Amazon will up their game with like who they hire, or like whoever they go through for the delivery thing, but just our experience has not been the greatest so far, which I'm kind of disappointed, because the first time I was like, oh, the guy went to the our neighbor's house, whatever, like our neighbor knows us, so I wasn't that worried about it. But just like it being now 3 times in a row, I'm like, is it even worth continuing to order, because it's kind of annoying. So at least here in Washington, because we have sales tax, you have to pay your sales tax, on your, like, whatever items that are on your food, and then you pay a service fee, and then a delivery fee, and then a tip. Like, that adds up, you guys. And I'm like, when you get bad service, it's like, do you really want a tip? Kind of like if I go out to eat to a restaurant, if we get terrible service, like our waiter never checks on us, like our food's disgusting, like we don't get our drinks cups refilled or whatever, like we won't tip. And I know like some people don't agree with that, but I feel like if you get really, really bad service for something, you shouldn't just like reward that, and be like, oh, you did such a good job, here's your tip, even though it was a really bad job. Like, I know everybody has to make money somehow, but I just feel like when there's even more poor like customer service behind it, and just like more issues, it's just kind of frustrating. And each person that's delivered our groceries has been different people, so it's not like been the same person that's given us like bad service. It's different people, and it's beyond frustrating. So I don't know if we're going to continue with them, or I might just go back to Safeway, but I ultimately can't wait till my SUV is back, because my go-to shopping place is Chuck's Produce. Like, their stuff is so cheap, the customer service there is so amazing, like everybody's so sweet and kind there. So I think that might be our go-to spot from now on. Like, the quality of the stuff, the price you pay seems to be cheaper, and even on let me see if I can pull it actually up. My hubby and I were playing a game earlier today, so like our whole computer area is like messed up right now. But let me see. So Whole Foods prices are kind of spendy compared to other places, I feel like. So we buy lots of like apples and produce for making juice, and like their organic Honeycrisp apples are like $1.70 a pound, and I can get those easily at Chuck's for between like 69 cents to 90 cents a pound. So it's like you add it up, and it almost makes more sense to go there than to have them delivered. But I was trying to see, let me see if I just like put one thing in the cart, if I can show you guys what I'm talking about with all the service fees though. Like I kind of never really paid attention to them till tonight. But what we were pretty much doing is we're trying to budget more. And I just noticed like the price of stuff seems so expensive. Oh, it won't let me do it unless I go. Let's do this, if I can do this. Oh, it won't give me the option to do it. Okay, so anyways, but it just like it adds up, you guys. And like when you're trying to budget, or be like, okay, so I shouldn't say we have to budget, we're choosing to budget. It just is like, oh my gosh, like you add all the little fees into it, and you're like, I could just go to the store and get like another $30, of meat or whatever for the same cost you would pay for the service fees, and then the tip on top of it, because the tip's not included. They'll like try to put in based off your order of what the tip should be. Like they already put it in there, so like you can like change it or whatever. But I just think it's frustrating. Like I feel like the tip should be added at the end depending on how the service is, if you know what I mean. So Anyways, I don't know. If you've ever had them delivered, let me know below in the comments. Or if you've had somewhere else that you love, let me know and I will check them out. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.